Hello and welcome to today's daily intuitive message. I hope this message finds you well and that you're enjoying your day today. This message is for support and guidance. Page of Swords, there's a message coming in, or you have to message somebody, or you have to make quick movement, or maybe on a work matter. There's some stuff that you have yet to do. It's causing you a little bit of angst inside. You're not willing to admit that. Maybe it's just a project that you haven't done yet. I'm going to get two more cards. Oh, the Lover's card. Okay, a choice. Whatever springs to mind if you're communicating with somebody, just say it. Just say whatever you're feeling, or say whatever you're thinking. You know how sometimes when you're having a conversation with a person and something comes to mind to say it. Don't hold it in, because that might cause a build-up of resentment. Just say whatever you need to say, and just see what happens. Just see what happens. It could change the momentum of that thing forever. No, actually, it will change the momentum of that thing forever. Whatever comes to mind when having a conversation with a person, say it. I think maybe the interpretation of people, the interpretation that people have of you needs to change in some way, and the way to do that is to say whatever's on your mind directly to them. Yes, direct communication is another one here. Direct communication to whoever you're communicating with. Their interpretation of you needs to change in order for the kind of energetic chords to kind of rattle it a little bit. Now let's see what else comes out here. Rattle it a little bit to gain momentum, to free you up. What else? The Ten of Wands just fell there, so there's a burden. Maybe there's a heavy burden that you're carrying. This could have to do with the type of work that you're doing. There's Queen of Swords in reverse here. Queen of Swords in reverse. She flipped out on the table in reverse. So I'm thinking, yeah, it's causing a little bit of sadness. Somebody maybe not treating you very well, but I feel like this could be behind your back as well, and it's causing you to feel sadness. So there's the energy, if you are feeling sad or lonely or even tired, you know, that very fatiguey tiredness that's associated with depression perhaps, that kind of feeling, and you don't know where it's coming from really, because there's no reason for you to be feeling that way. Energetically, there may be somebody bad mouthing you, and so if you're talking to anyone you are talking to, be as direct and open in communication as possible, because that will change their ideas of you, and it kind of moves up the energy chords. It moves up the energy a little bit, and it takes it to a different level, and it needs to change, it needs to shift. Like if you're dusting a corner or just cleaning your house, it moves the energy around. Okay, because if things are going to stay the same, then don't expect things to change. Yeah, and I think I'm on the money with that one. The Queen of Pentacles, very resourceful. There's such a difference in color schemes here, even in these two cards. Like it's very cold, distant, you know, restrictive almost, and then this one just brightens up immediately. So I think that's correct. 3 is the magic number. 3 cards come out there. We have the Three of Wands, we have the Lovers, and we have the Moon. Let me have a think. 3, 6, 18. All those are divisible by 3. 3, 2, 6. 326. That may have a meaning. 326. I'm going to have to pause this for a second and find the meaning of 326. Yeah, so according to numerologynation.com, there's 7 reasons why you may be seeing the number 326. So hold on now. So I think that's too long to actually read. Apologies. And nothing. I thought this was going to be more simple than it seemed. Okay, if you want to continue making spiritual progress, you need to focus more on yourself. You've been sharing too much of your time and concentration with other people, and your life energy is moving away from your ultimate goal of enlightenment. And yes, there is such thing as being too nice. Reserve time for yourself, drink tea and meditate, or spend a nice evening in the bath with some lavender essential oil and Epsom salt. Well, if you're lucky enough to do that. Even the busiest people need to have time alone. If you're feeling overwhelmed when people bring you their problems, tell them that you don't have the emotional bandwidth at the moment. Actually, that's very much like, yeah, so your energetic cords are they're very, they're highly strung. It seems like you're highly strung at the moment. And so you need to release some of that tension somehow. And subconsciously you know this, and you're waiting for something to change, and you know that it will. I know that you know that your decisions from now on are going to lead you on a better path. And there is uncertainty surrounding these choices that you're about to make. I think particularly with communication, but you know they need to be done. And it is a little bit scary, a little bit daunting, because you're about to change the way you approach people, places and things, how you speak with people, how you deal with people, how you approach them. It's coming from a very non-judgmental point of view. And when I say non-judgmental, I mean that so you've no pre-notions of how that people will react. So you've dissolved the pre-notion of how some people or how the environment is going to react to your new approach to it. Yeah. Freshness, newness, Ace of Wands. King of Wands. So enthusiasm is key in this. I'm going to gather up these cards now again and give you an oversight of what's happening here. The Page of Wands. So lots of energetic, spontaneous, curious, enthusiastic energy. A little bit reckless. There is no good or bad, so a little bit of recklessness to maybe counter what was previously too careful, too cautious, too analytical, too logical, too what's the word, strategic. So allow to relinquish some of that energy in order to loosen up those energetic cords, the strings that are holding you attached to some of these people who are just, well, they're feeding off your energy basically. When they talk about you, you feel it on an energetic level. Okay, so let's go. What do we have? Whatever feelings, thoughts, especially feelings you have of these people, let it go. Start anew, start afresh. Don't make excuses as to why you've changed your approach. If they ask you, if they say, oh, you've changed, you don't have to justify, you don't have to make excuses for your change in approach with anything. Yeah, and I strongly feel like this is family. There's lots of love here. There's lots of respect given when you do this, when you make the decision to change up your approach and how you communicate. Lots of love coming in because you're living more authentically. You're lessening the resistance to the love that's in your life. It seems contradictory, but if you're doing this for yourself, for respect for yourself, then you are going to live more authentically, and there will be more love coming in. Trust in the universe. Trust in yourself. Okay, I'm going to change over now. And here we have Sam again. Sam has rejoined me. He didn't want to miss out on this message. Okay. So this is an intuitive message guided by the tarot. Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands is an energy that is very attractive, magnetic, good looking, alluring. What is this Queen of Wands? What is the Queen of Wands? Queen of Wands with the Seven of Pentacles. So I think you enjoy creating new. Whatever you're creating, making, doing, planting, decorating, make sure you do it to your standard, how you want it to look. The devil is here. Oh yes, the devil is here with the Seven of Pentacles, and this to me is perfectionism. Being very, not getting the job done because you constantly need to fiddle with it to make it right. There's no need to do that. There's a need to get to release some of that. It's very taut energy, and be more spontaneous. Leave it as it is. The Queen of Wands, leave it as it is. Sometimes less is more. What else do we have here? What is this? The Seven of Cups. Yeah. So the more you're focusing on something, the more you're trying to fiddle with the details of it, the less sure you are of it. And the less love you'll give to it. Add a little bit of curiosity. too. And the more people power you have behind you, if you want to involve more people in your projects, I think that would be a good thing. It means that it's because you can't satisfy everyone, that you'll eventually have to come to an agreement of when the thing is done. So the more people you have on board, the less likely you are to really be too precise about the thing. You'll just have to go, okay, that's fine, that's done. Okay, what else? Is there any other message? So less perfectionism, direct communication. Say that what comes to mind when you're talking to people. Just say it, and don't be afraid of any backlash. The energy needs to change, and the energy needs to change around you for things to change for you. And you can start with direct communication with those that you're communicating with. So I need something to flip here. Yes, the King of Pentacles. The King of Pentacles is pretty stable. It's very stubborn. Yes, the King of Pentacles is stubborn in this energy. It fell sideways. Stubborn. Immovable object. Stand strong where you are. Speak with conviction. Yeah, and celebrate. Celebrate the fact that you can do this. There's a lot of stability here. And that's going to shift the energy big time. Celebrate yourself for what you are. You don't need to be a people pleaser. Do we have another card here from the original? Oh, yes, the Knight of Cups. Yeah. Sometimes I associate the Knight of Cups with self-love, self-respect. Saying things. If you have to communicate directly with people in a very cutting way, you can do this with love. You don't necessarily need to be rude or whatever. It may seem that way, but what you're doing is you're showing yourself love and respect by doing this. So long as you're saying what you say with love, it may come across as very blunt, as very direct, as very, oh my God, I can't believe they just said that. This isn't the person I know. But so long as what you're doing is with love and respect for yourself, there will be changes. And those changes will be celebrated. And we have the Lovers card again. Great choices. Page of Pentacles, learning how to do this. Four of Cups, fed up of the same routine, fed up of the same lessons. You want to learn a different one, definitely learn a different one through this method. If you feel like you're going through the same lessons over and over, and it's like a constant struggle, this is a way to change it up. Change up your communication style. And don't let perfectionism get the better of you. And just feed yourself, nourish yourself, and be well. Okay, I'm going to wrap this up. I'm going to get a final message from the Enchanted Map Oracle deck. And we see, does it coincide with these messages here? Number 50, compass. You're entering uncharted territories right now and can expect wonderful new experiences. So to stay on the highest path of your destiny, you'll need to keep your compass pointed to true north. Only spirit or a higher power can serve this function. Money, property, prestige, romance, and other material achievements can't help you find your true path. They are simply things you may experience along the journey. Know that spirit is working in your life, so even if you feel lost temporarily, it will be easy to find your way. Have faith and trust, for your compass with spirit as true north will ensure that you'll never be lost, even on a starless night when all seems dark. Okay, well, thank you everyone for listening, and I hope that message resonated with some people out there watching, and I'll see you next time.